The reason why we don't know truly what relevance is because we don't know what's relevant to us. It's almost like we're thrown in the ocean without knowing that we are the ocean itself. And then we look at everything around us in the ocean and we don't know what's relevant to us because our paradigm or our perception is programmed to keep us from obtaining truth, which will help us justify and reason with the infinite potentiality which we are. Now, the reason how this all wraps in is because what we must start to comprehend is that the mind itself is a very extremely powerful, you could say, point of attention. When we harness this point of attention with full control, we start to be able to use this point of attention as almost like an antenna, which when we have control of the antenna, we can intercept and broadcast, well, more so intercept, because the very broadcasting is done from the greater consciousness. It's ultimately trying to, it's always broadcasting its frequency because its frequency is existent. What we're more so doing is trying to gain control of our antenna, which is our mind. It's the perceptual existence of infinite possibility, which we have the ability to connect to, resonate to. And when we start to resonate to this frequency, we start to intercept this frequency as ultimate intuitional guidance for oneself to develop and use to be able to ultimately free from suffering. Now, all I'm saying here, and this is probably where 99.9999999999999% of content which is created within this expression of truth and wisdom and justice is all to do with creating the separation from suffering. Because if we suffer within this reality, all we're doing is following the programming of the perceptual illusion of what we are truly not a part of. When we can start to understand that this perceptual illusion, when we don't understand reality itself or the true nature of our reality, we join a part of this perceptual illusion or this force, this frequency, which what it does is it convinces us that we are a part of it through paradigm programming. We believe that fear, stress, worry is all an existence that we must live by. And for many of us, we will live by it and not truly take accounting. We will not truly take ownership for the truth that we don't need to live by it. We can actually choose to control this frequency, which ultimately comes into our lives and tries to manipulate our minds to believing that there's nothing we can do to truly override these frequencies of because truly emotion is frequency. It's frequency which makes us perceive that existence is us, which it's not, because the true self is infinite. It doesn't have it definitely does have a frequency, but the frequencies of which we perceive, at least within this reality, the lower sort of vibrating densities such as fear, stress, worry, hatred, anger, frustration, and devotion to all these frequencies is only perception. And this reality, it convinces us that this perception is part of us. And it does this so it can control us to never really breaking free of these perceptual existences. So we'll wrap this up into a part 3. There's a lot of information that just got brought to attention.